Tokyo Revengers, the theme is hoodlums, gangsters, these snot-nosed brats just doing a whole bunch of mischief. And that's the weird thing about it, right? It's like like it's hard to explain. Like, are they trying to get friendship or like? 'Cause I feel like they joined this group because they're friends. So I'm like, okay, like it's nothing wrong to be friends. But why is there such a synopsis on like hoodlums, gangsters doing mischief? And the weird thing is the Tokyo Mirage Gang, right? They're not trying to do mischief. It seems like they created a group just to like be friends. Like, hey, like we want to protect ourselves from other groups, so let's make a group of our own, right? But then like they talk about like these hoodlums and they're always getting to fights. I'm just trying to understand like, and I don't know, maybe I'm disconnected, right? Like my life wasn't like that. I feel like most people's lives weren't like that, right? So maybe this show is trying to appeal to people who just constantly get in trouble, who are constantly up to no good. But then even with those kinds, because it's typically more severe, right? Like drugs, sex, violence. Like this show isn't really like that, and it makes sense because it's an anime. But it's like an anime trying to do that, and they're trying to leave that stuff out where all you're really emphasizing is just hoodlums fighting each other. That's all they ever do is just fight each other. And I'm trying to understand the reasons why they're fighting each other. Like like gang control, which it's not even really emphasized in the show. So it's all very like weird. It's all very like strange in terms of like I don't know what the driving force is. You know what the driving force of the show is? He's trying to go back. Takamichi's trying to go back in time to save people. So we know what that is. But in terms of like why these gangs exist, why they're doing what they're doing, they don't go into detail, right? And I feel like it just gives gangster anime in a sense like such a bad rap. I feel like there are some good shows out there, but then it kind of makes me think anime just doesn't do a good job at showcasing like gang culture, or at least for what is considered gang culture. Right? You think about anime, you think about Japanese culture, you think about yakuza, but that's like the only prominent thing you might think about, right? So a good gangster like anime that I liked is 91 Days, right? So 91 Days is a solid, I guess, gangster anime, but like it revolves around revenge. So I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm a sucker. I love anything. I love a good revenge story. So 91 Days is probably the best gangster anime I've seen. And even then, like it's really not that good in terms of like what the anime is trying to portray. Because if you watch the English dub, right, it's so bad. It's so bad, right? And this is how you know it's so bad. I think they try to use like authentic like Italian English people speaking, and maybe it was just a version I saw. So maybe like I didn't watch the regular English version, but like it was so bad that I had to like, all right, I'm just gonna go back to the sub. I usually watch sub anyway, but I was like, yo, I wonder how it is like in the English dub. And yeah, it's bad. Like if cultural appropriation was a thing, but like yo, like why do you guys have to talk in this Italian accent in 91 Days? But yes, it was that bad. But story plot wise, like 91 Days is probably the best gangster anime I've seen, bar none, right? And that's just the case. But I think it's sad because even then, they didn't really do like a huge job. Like their driving force for that was revenge versus Tokyo Avengers is him trying to save people. But the gangster aspect is like they highlight it later down in the future, meaning like in the future, yeah, like they're emphasizing the drugs and money and Tokyo Mirage Gang is this ruthless gang that kills people and all that kind of stuff. But like prior to that, I'm like, yo, these are just a bunch of kids doing like mischief and nothing. I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe because I'm an adult, I'm trying to understand like what do these kids gain from doing these things? Like what is like why are you guys enjoying this? Why are you guys getting into fights? Why do you guys enjoy getting into fights and getting late? They're literally getting beat up every other day. I'm just like, how are you guys enjoying this? Like when they get into fight scenes, it's just constantly blood, blood, punch, punch. Like even the fight scenes aren't really that great. It's like punch, punch, blood, blood, punch, punch, blood, blood, punch, punch, blood, blood. Like that. That's the routine. So I'm trying to understand it. But yeah, I think Tokyo Revengers it is centered around like hoodlums and gangsters and like street thugs essentially. Like, but I just think it doesn't do anything to advance that genre. It is a genre out there, but I just don't think it does anything to advance that genre for anime. All right, and if there's a series that does gangsterism way better, please let me know. but 91 Days is pretty much up there, and even then, the English dub doesn't do it justice. Like, it doesn't do the genre justice. So let's just put that out there. All right.